makes things easier for everybody. Maybe by the time I get back, you and Kim will be together again. I really meant what I said when I said I only wanted you to be happy. I did hope that you might find that happiness with me, but I'm glad you know what you want.
I want you to be happy, too. That's what I tried to say last night, but the words sounded pretty hollow.
Well, I hate long goodbyes.
Have a good trip.
Kim, it's so good to see you.
Thank you.
I know that this must sound strange after everything that I've said about him, but it's like I feel sorry for him. I don't know if it's because I finally stood up to him and won, or all the things that we discussed for the first time. But it's like all of a sudden, he understood that his feelings for Angel were wrong, unnatural, and the fight just went out of him. He seemed older, lost.
Barkley, it's not strange to feel those things in spite of everything he's done. He is still your father. The important thing is that you got through to him. He's going to leave the country, and he's not going to go anywhere near Angel ever again. Now, if we all work together, maybe we can convince Angel that therapy is the answer. Have you talked to her? Have you told her what happened?
No, I wanted to tell you first.
I think I should go out to the farm and tell her in person. I'm very proud of you. You did the right thing. I'll call you from the farm.
Barkley, Holden is right. You did the...
Caleb, no. Why?
Nothing. Is Barkley there?
Yeah?
Put him on right away, please.
It's Angel, and she wants to talk to you.
Hi, Angel. I'm sorry I didn't call you before, but...
Never mind, Barkley. Listen. Caleb hasn't come back since he left here this morning, and I know he's on his way to try to find Daddy. Barkley, he has a gun.
Get away from the phone, Henry. Unless you want security to come up here and hear everything I have to say.
I'm not afraid of you or that gun. I want you out of here.
I don't take orders from you anymore. And you can't call Stephen or Jay or Barkley to come here and hold me down while you beat me up like you did before. Because Barkley knows every ugly thing you ever did to Angel, ever since she was a little girl. He also knows that it wasn't my baby she aborted, it was yours.
Those are all lies. Lies, Angel and Barkley.
Get away from the door, Henry! Get away from the door! She told me the truth, Henry. And I saw the same guilt and humiliation that I had to feel for years. Because you made me think that everything that happened to Angel was my fault. You know what? You told me the truth. My first instinct was to kill you. And now that I'm here, I think that instinct was the right one. Go ahead, Henry. Answer it. Maybe the last phone call you ever take.
Lila, say hello to.
Obviously.
And what is that supposed to mean?
Well, after that long song and dance you gave me this morning about how you were going to avoid seeing Susan. Or maybe you've changed your mind about that.
I overheard John say that Susan was going away. She was taking a leave of absence, and I wanted to wish her a safe trip. I don't know why I have to explain that to you.
Why don't we just save the conversation for Matt's office? Are you ready to leave?
Well, I'd like to know that you understand what I mean before we drive over there.
Actually, we don't have to drive over together. I'll drive myself over. That'll give you a chance to say a proper goodbye to Susan.
I feel sorry for him. His situation gives new meaning to being between a rock and a hard place.
Well, how long are you going to be gone?
I'm not sure. John was very sweet about it. He knows I'm worried about Emily. He said I could take as much time as I needed. The way things are going with Bob, it might be better if I never came back at all.
No, I'll keep waiting, operator. Please, let me know the minute the line is free.
Ask him to cut in the call.
Operator, could you cut in and tell him that I'm on the line? All right, then. I'll keep waiting.
Listen, I don't understand why Angel's upset. And what does Caleb have to do with this?
Caleb hates Dad probably more than anybody else.
Well, I know that he and Henry had some trouble, but that was a long time ago, and Caleb blames his...
Yes, operator. All right, I'll hang up, but please, tell Mr. Lang to call his son Barkley at Montgomery and Associates the moment that the line is clear. It's urgent. Thanks.
All right, I can understand why Angel would be frightened if Holden were going over to Henry, because he might tear him apart, but Caleb...
Please don't ask me anything else. I just hope that Dad gets off the phone before Caleb gets there.
I have spent the I've spent the better part of the morning with Barkley here in my room, so I canceled my noon appointment with Lucinda, and I don't see any real need for you and I to meet with him later on. I appreciate all your hard work, but I really do have to go now. I'm expecting a call from my attorney. All right, thank you. Goodbye. All right. If it'll make you feel any better, go ahead, get it off your chest, even though it's all a pack of lies.
No, you're the liar, Henry. But I must admit, you're a damn convincing one. So was Angel when you frightened her into telling me that the baby was mine. But now I know the truth.
I'll let it ring.
No, you pick it up. But you get rid of whoever it is fast.
Hello? I see. Well, thank you for the message, but no, I do not want to place a return call to my son. And please don't put any other phone calls through until further notice, unless it's from my, my attorney, Victor Symington. All right, thank you. Now you have my undivided attention. Does that please you?
Nothing about you pleases me, Henry. As a matter of fact, it makes me sick to be in the same room with a man who would abuse his own daughter.
Then why don't you leave?
Because I'm not through with you yet. Just sit down. Right there, Henry. It wasn't my baby she aborted, it was yours.
I know, that's a damn lie. I don't know why.
Shut up, Henry. I know better. And I remembered the first time I made love to Angel, how surprised I was because I just assumed that she was a virgin.
I don't want to hear this.
Why, Henry? Because hearing about somebody having a normal attraction to Angel, does that repulse you?
Normal. You never really cared for Angel. You just saw her as a meal ticket.
No, I may not have loved her, but at least my relationship with her wasn't sick like yours. I remembered how tense and scared she was. Then she came to me, hysterical, to tell me that she was pregnant. But then, looking back on it, I realized that part of her desperation was just the embarrassment about the lie she was telling. She couldn't even look me in the eyes. She just cried and cried because she was telling your lies. How could you do that to somebody you pretended to love and protect?
I do love Angel. I have always loved Angel.
She tried to kill herself because of that love. She's hiding out at the farm like a scared animal because of that love. What kind of love would make a father hire a thug to try and kidnap his own daughter? What were you gonna do, Henry? Bring her back for more abuse? You may call that love, but I do not.
That'll be my attorney. You're going to have to leave now.
I told you. I don't take orders from you anymore. And we're not finished with our little conversation. So you just tell him. You tell him to wait in the lobby.
I'll do no such thing.
You do what I say.
So, call him again.
I think I'd better. Operator, this is Barclay Lang calling again. Did you give my father the message that I called? All right. Thanks. Dad told the operator that he couldn't return my call and asked her not to ring his suite again until further notice.
Now, Barclay, given the conversation that you had earlier, you can't be surprised if he doesn't want to get back to you.
I'm not, but I still have to... I gotta get to the hotel.
Barclay, maybe you don't really seem to be in...
I gotta go!
Barclay! Barclay, what's going on?
Holden, I appreciate your coming out here, but I really wish you'd just go back to work.
I am not going anywhere until I find out what's wrong. Now, when I first got here, Mama told me that you had been very upset.
I just should never have come out to the farm. I shouldn't have involved your family, especially Caleb.
Look, I think it's good that you told Caleb about Henry's abuse. I would have told him myself if you hadn't been so opposed to it. Now, what's wrong? This morning, when I left here, things were so much better. I thought that I was bringing good news by telling you that Barclay stood up to your father and that he agreed to go to Europe indefinitely.
Well, he's not gone yet, is he?
You don't believe he's gonna go? Is that it?
Holden, please, just go back to work. I'll be fine, really.
Okay. You don't want to talk to me? Then how about Iva? Maybe you tell Iva what's bothering you.
Iva can't help with this. Nobody can.
If it wasn't for Angel, I'd take you to the police right now and tell them the whole disgusting story. But you have Angel so brainwashed she can't even ask for help. You've turned your own daughter into an emotional cripple. Don't you walk away from me. I'm not through with you. Not that I expect anything that I've said to do any good. You turn around. You look me in the eye.
Why did you bring that gun with you? Did you really intend to kill me?
No. No, Henry. I brought the gun in case I ran into one of your thugs. Make sure that you listened to me when I told you exactly what I thought of you. I had 2 years of guilt and humiliation to unload. But now I think I'll get back to Angel and see if my family can't help her pick up the pieces of her life. Until she has the courage to tell the world exactly what kind of a monster you really are.
Well, I'm the only one who can help Angel. And I already know how to do that.
Are you crazy, Henry? Nobody's gonna let you anywhere near her. Hasn't a word of what I said gotten through to you? Your days are numbered. Because sooner or later, it's all gonna come out. Angel's still threatening to commit suicide. She did it again last night when I told her that I was coming to see you. But my family can't watch her 24 hours a day. But if something happens to her, it's still gonna come out. Because Barclay knows, and Holden knows, and I know. So you might as well face it, Henry. Your time is running out. Move, Henry. Henry, stay right where you are. Henry, I swear to God, I'll kill you. Henry! Henry, what the hell are you doing? Henry, Henry, what were you doing?
Angel.
Oh. Oh, my bright angel.
Henry? Henry? Henry! Henry! Barkley! Barkley!
My God, what have you done?
Barkley, I didn't bring the gun to kill him. I just wanted to scare him, Barkley. Look, he grabbed the gun out of my hands, man. He turned it on himself. He pulled the trigger. Operator, yeah, look, I need an ambulance quick. Henry Lang's been shot. Oh, sweet, 901, hurry. Look, Barkley, please, you gotta believe me, man. Barkley!
She was right. The hurting just goes on and on.
Oh, I figured we could go to...
Oh, I'm just kidding, really. It was very nice of all of you. Thanks a lot. Now, all of you get right back to work.
Oh, stop being such a grump. We gotta open presents and eat birthday cake.
Well, I can't eat birthday cake. My wife doesn't let me eat.
I'll let you eat it once a year.
Oh, you put them up to this.
No, I did not.
Yeah, but you certainly knew about it. I don't stand a chance when my wife's in cahoots with this band of betrayers.
You're right.
And what are you doing? Does your husband know he's here?
Well, my husband doesn't know won't hurt him.
Yeah, but my wife's looking.
Oh, your wife's here.
Well, since that is the only kiss you're going to get, can we cut the cake now?
Hey, it's your party. Go ahead.
You're going to show them the car.
Well, the car.
Oh,
Look at
really?
that is something. That's my paw print down there.
Hey,
that Detective Office Murphy speaking.
Sorry,
he can't come to the phone right now.
Like death.
Not very much, yeah.
Okay, hold on a second. Sorry, sir. I think you better take this.
I gave you the speech right there.
Yeah, McCluskey. Yeah, hold on a minute. Yeah, hold it. Now, quiet down. Hold it. How long ago?
The shot was reported about 5 minutes ago. An ambulance is on the way, but Mr. Lang is already dead.
Any idea who did it?
Caleb Snyder says the gun went off in a struggle.
Caleb Snyder.
Yes, sir. And the victim's son is also here.
Don't touch anything. Don't let anyone out of the room. Don't let them take anything out of the room, including the body, until we get there.
What, body of Caleb Snyder?
No, not Caleb. Man, Henry Lang's been shot at the Lakeview Towers. Now, why do I know that name?
It's Holden Snyder's father-in-law, but what about Caleb?
Well, he told hotel security the gun went off in a struggle. We'll get all the details when we get there. Now, Higgins, Murph, you come with me. Higgins, grab a couple of guys from the lab. Come with me.
Okay, I'm gonna go with you, Mac, okay?
No, you are not. You're on leave. Or have you forgotten?
Yes, but this is Caleb.
It is out of the question. Now, so long, sweetheart.
All right.
See you tonight.
Yes,
right,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Higgins, I ride with you. Come on.
I know there's no point in arguing.
Well, you think this is a good idea, Margot?
Oh? Sounds like a good place to start. Did you tell him why?
He thought there would be too much tension between us if we came over in the same car.
You're the one who insisted that we drive over separately because you didn't want to talk to me without Matt being there. You know, I'm starting to question this whole process. I mean, if we manage to get back together, where's Matt going to stay? In our spare room, or is that where you plan to have me sleep?
That's really unfair.
You're right, it is. I'm sorry.
You seem pretty angry about something, Bob.
Yes, I am.
Why?
Because I did what I thought she wanted me to do, and it's not enough. Nothing is ever enough.
What did you do for her?
I talked to Susan last night, and I told her I thought that we should avoid each other as best we could. Now, wasn't that what I was supposed to do, make a choice between Kim and Susan? Well, I did. Well, it's not enough for her.
Why isn't that enough?
The way it was presented to me, it is obvious that he made the choice because he felt he was forced into it. He seems to think I'm being unreasonable because I don't want to share him with another woman.
I did not present it that way, as you put it. I think you're projecting.
Can you honestly say that you think I was making a reasonable request when I asked you to choose between Susan and me?
Can you, Bob?
No, I can't. What good does it do us to air out our honest feelings when we don't understand each other's viewpoint? I mean, I thought when you love somebody, there are times that you do things that you don't want to do, things that seem unreasonable. I know that my father had to do that for my mother, and she for him.
I seriously doubt that Chris ever put your mother in the position of having to ask him to make a choice between her and another woman.
Who knows? That generation didn't parade their problems in front of their children.
What is that supposed to mean? That that's what I do? You keep implying that our problems are my fault. You're the one
We're going over old ground here. Now, you both admitted some responsibility for the original problem here, so I suggest we just go on from there.
I just would like to know what's wrong with my wanting to have a husband who isn't pining away for another woman. That is the kind of marriage that I had with Bob for 5 years before this whole stupid thing started, and that is the reason that I don't want to settle for anything less now.
You know, if you insist on dwelling on how you think I feel about Susan, instead of appreciating the fact that I took a positive step toward reconciliation, is there any hope that we can have a life together again?
At this point, very little.
Whatever happens, you can't say anything about Angel and Dad.
Barkley, I gotta tell him what I'm doing here.
Angel has to deal with Dad's death now. She couldn't handle that and the truth coming out at the same time.
Okay, the body's on the way to the morgue.
All right, thanks, Abe.
So, Margot, thanks for the advice. I'd have never thought of calling Jess, but I know how this must look, but I swear I had no intention of using that gun on Henry.
I got here as quickly as I could. Are you okay?
Yeah, I just can't believe this is happening.
Barkley Lang, Jessica Griffin. Jess, now that you're here, maybe your client will be so reluctant to answer a few questions.
Well, Matt...
What were you doing in Henry Lang's suite with a gun, anyway?
Just came to talk to him.
Well, what about?
Some problems that I had a couple of years ago with him.
And you needed a gun for that?
I wanted him to listen to me.
Where'd you get the gun?
It's mine.
Registered in your name?
Yeah.
What was the nature of the problem between the two of you?
All right, Mac. Can I have a minute with my client before you ask any more questions?
Yeah, sure. I'd rather finish this back at the station anyway. But before we do, I'd like him to show me where he and Henry were standing when the gun went off.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm Victor Symington, Mr. Lang's attorney from Chicago. Barkley, I can scarcely believe what I've heard.
Yeah, how'd you hear about it so fast?
Well, actually, I was in the hotel dining room downstairs. You see, Mr. Lang called me this morning. He wanted to see me as soon as possible about making some revisions in his will. When I arrived here, this is about an hour ago, he asked that I wait downstairs.
Did Mr. Lang tell you why he wanted to change his will?
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, he did. He said that he felt his life was being threatened by some young hothead with a gun. It was his son-in-law's brother, I think he said.
I guess so. Paul was driving her to the airport.
Oh, good. Then she didn't have to go alone.
Yeah, I think the visit will do her some good. To see Emily.
Well, I hope so. February is a nice time to find a sunny climate.
I wish I could.
Me too. Well, I didn't expect to see you again today.
I know. I went back to the studio, but I just couldn't concentrate. I kept thinking about our meeting. I decided I had to see you again.
Tell you what I'll do. I'll get a fire started. Why don't you put these groceries away?
Yeah, deal. And I'll turn the thermostat up.
You know, it's a good thing you had us lay out a fire before we left last time.
House rule, you know.
Well, I thought it was because you were hoping we'd come back.
Well, I knew somebody was going to be here. Gosh, I hope the other guys are going to make it up here okay. You know, it was really starting to ice over on the roads the last couple of miles.
Well, I doubt it's snowing back in Oakdale. You think we should call them and warn them?
No, I'm sure they'll be fine. At least I hope so.
Well, it may be kind of slow going, but they'll be okay as long as they got snow tires. Besides, look at the bright side. What's bad for the roads is good for the slopes.
Yeah, right. Well, get the rest of these groceries in the refrigerator. They're going to spoil.
Hey. There's no rush. I got the fire started. Should be blazing away soon. It looks like we got the place to ourselves for a while, so we might as well relax and enjoy.
Jess, so what are they gonna do? They gonna arrest me?
I don't know. I don't know. They're probably waiting to hear from the DA, and Tom's still in court. Now, look, Caleb, I want you to tell me what really happened in Lang's hotel suite. Now, I haven't believed a word you've told the police, and neither have they.
Jessica, where's Barkley?
He was released a few minutes ago. Mac had no reason to detain him, so he went back to the farm so he could break the news to Angel.
Angel? Oh, this is just gonna kill her.
I am more concerned about you right now. Now, I can't advise you unless you tell me the truth.
Jessica, it's like I said, okay? I didn't intend to kill Henry. He grabbed for the gun, we struggled, and he turned it on himself. It's as simple as that.
Here, I thought you might need a cup of coffee.
Why, am I gonna be here a long time?
Don't you find it a little strange that Barkley hasn't called yet?
I think it's even stranger that the operator won't put any calls through to Henry's room.
I'm sorry. I just can't stand alone. I keep imagining all sorts of things. Holden, could you call the manager at the Lakeview and tell him you've just got to speak to Barkley? Maybe he's in Daddy's suite.
I'll give it a try.
Thank you.
All right, hold on, I'll get it. Barkley!
Barkley. Oh, thank goodness you're here. Did you get to Daddy?
Yes, but I was too late.
Too late?
Daddy's dead.